So hello everybody, welcome to another gentle exercise session with the Blind and Gwent Exercise Referral Team with myself, Craig Williams, and also joining us there is Philip Miles Matthews. Give us a wave, Phil. All right.
Morning all, morning.
Yes, he is here. He is here, online, ready to go. So today we're going to do an 8-minute warm-up, obviously with some conventional continuous CV, and then we'll go into 2 circuits of 10 exercises. Phil's going to be performing seated exercises as an alternative, and I'll give you the standing ones. All right. So 8 minutes on my clock. We'll have a warm-up. We'll have a little chat through as well to see how Phil's getting on, and then we'll get straight into the circuit. So 8 minutes on my clock. Every 30 seconds. Starting off with a brisk march, then brisk march. Let our dog out.
I know, typical. As soon as we start, she decides she wants to go elsewhere.
That's absolutely fine, mate. That's absolutely fine. You've got to keep them busy. So 30 seconds, mate. We're going to do a brisk march to start off with, and then we're going to go into some thigh taps after 30 seconds. So how does it feel, Phil, to be back, well, to be online?
I don't like it, Craig. It's for one time only.
It's the thigh taps, mate. One time only. So again, if you are seated and doing these exercises, just keep an eye on Phil and his movements. He'll be doing the adaptations live as we go through. So it just gives you an element of kind of choice, really, in terms of what you would like to do. So we're going to come into a side step now for our 30 seconds. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. So it's a nice side step. There we are. So as you can see with Phil, Phil's reaching out with a toe in his lovely white socks. It's good though, mate. It's a good option that people have got now with you doing the seated version, I suppose.
I'm already out of breath. Is that a bit of a worry?
Right, deconditioned.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to keep the side steps going. We're going to bring the arms in with a nice front raise. There we are. Yeah, lovely front raise. Fantastic. So again, with yourself, Phil, just bring in any kind of pointers that you want to bring into with the seated option. So people have more kind of information really of how it feels and how it should look really.
All I would say, Craig, if anyone gets a little bit tired, because it can be a bit stressful on the lower back if your core strength's not particularly strong, just take a moment, sit back, relax a minute, and then just shuffle forward slightly, and then start the exercise again if the back is just starting to ache a little bit. That's all I'd say, really.
Yeah, especially when you're sat in the chair, isn't it? You do feel there's a lot more pressure on that lower back, especially sitting as far forward, trying to keep it nice and free. So 5 seconds, and then we're going to go into some hamstring flicks with a bicep curl. Phil's going to do an alternative, so hamstring flicks with a bicep curl for me. All right. Phil's going to bring in a heel flick with a bicep curl as well. So it's an alternative that you can apply to your own routine. And remember, the warm-up is just about getting yourself lovely and warm. Lovely and warm. And that's the thing where you'll find out now, Phil, is even if you're doing gentle exercise in the house, you just get it so warm. So hot.
Yeah, I'm thinking I should have opened the window before I started.
I think I did that on the first couple of episodes, and literally we had building works going on on the road next door, so you couldn't really hear what I was saying because the building was it's ridiculous. And we're going to go back into our brisk march. So this time we're going to focus on the arm. I'm going to speed up the arm a little bit more, so making sure it comes past the waistline. And like with Phil's nice and tall up through his body, keeping his back away from the chair. Yeah, literally, I think at that period of that 1 week, we were so super hot. And like, I couldn't open any of the windows. And I was just brisk marching, and the sweat was trickling down my back and my neck.
Yeah, well, obviously, I've been watching yourself and Scott, and there's been a few times when I'm thinking, wow, looks pretty tough. If those two are suffering, I expect the others are too. But you've got more experience of all this than me now. I'm just learning.
But it's always good, isn't it? I think everything, doing something new is always a good opportunity to just see how it feels and just go with it there, isn't it?
Very much so. Still a one time only.
Oh, well, you know, again, the first time is always the hardest, isn't it? Because you just don't know how it's going to feel. Okay, go ahead. Tap the foot at the side, mate. Tap the foot at the side, like so. I'm going to bring in a chest press too. There we are. So again, just getting the full range of mobility through those arms and legs, through the hips, through the shoulders, to allow yourself to be nice and warm, ready for the main workout. And again, this is quite strange for me and you, really, because I'm so used to filling in the quiet time, quiet periods. So if I end up talking too much, mate, please jump in.
No, it's probably better. I expect Andrew will have a few comments when he sees the video.
Oh, you'll absolutely be all over it, won't he? You'll be all over it like jam on toast. Or bees on honey. Okay, 10 seconds, mate. We're going to go into the Nordic skis then, all right?
Okay, no problems.
4, 3, 2, 1. So our Nordic skiing is a tap back, and we fling the arms back with almost like a tricep kickback. Okay? So again, Phil's doing an alternative where he's just tucking the toe underneath the chair, and he's kicking back through the arms and the elbows. Which again is just an adaptation to the standing movement. Fantastic. Good stuff, mate.
Yeah.
Don't realize though, isn't it? 8 minutes continuous work does get you pretty warm.
I am warm. I'm not going to lie to you. And I'm meant to be fit. But hey ho. It's all that wine on lockdown, Craig.
Hey mate, you gotta get the grapes out of your system.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go into jacks, mate. We're gonna go into jacks. So we're gonna go out. So you can either tap out with a foot, and then the arms can come over the head, or like Phil says, you're gonna adapt it by you can bring your hands down to be a little bit more relaxed, or you can keep those arms moving to keep your breath really high. Whew. So we've got 1 minute 30 left on the clock of our warm up. So again, just adapt, listen to your breathing, listen to your temperature, see how you feel. I always find this one always kind of like literally kind of taxes the shoulders because the range of movement above your head. Back into that march. What's that?
I said you probably can't tell, but mine is shaking.
Hey mate.
I might go and get a smaller jar of food so I can cope in the main section here.
Well, what have you got? You got a couple of tins down there as well?
Oh, I got some weights that we've got here, and believe it or not, shop day's tomorrow, so I'm struggling with the tins. So I got a jar of jam and a jar of
last one, ladder climbs. Oh mate, literally you're pushing the boat out. It's like proper training, proper man weights you got there.
Don't know about
that. Okay, 10 seconds, mate, and then our warm up is concluded. All right.
No
okay,
problem.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Okay, grab yourself some water. If you haven't got any water, we're just going to go through some of the kit that you may need during this 2-set workout. How are you feeling, Phil?
Pretty warm, mate, like you said. Pretty warm. Ready to go.
Good man.
Ready for the section.
Okay, so he's ready. Phil's ready. I'm ready. So let's get yourself ready. Okay, so a couple of things you might need. Phil, you can show us your choices as well. I've got tins. So for like our front raises or side raises. What have you got, Phil? You said you got some dumbbells, have you?
I have got some dumbbells, but I'm starting to think they're going to be a little bit heavy for me. And I just got a couple of jars of things as well. So I think I'm going to be on the jars.
Fantastic. I also got a band because we're going to be doing seated rows and reverse flies. Again, you can use the kind of the tins for your reverse flies. such as this wide and squeeze the shoulders together. Make sure that you bring that contraction in. We've also got upright rows, so if you want to bring a bag of some sort with weights, or you can use your tins and weights to bring those hands up to the chin with the elbows high, hands low. Sit to stand, I've got the chair on standby, ready for my sit to stands. And again, Phil will be doing an alternative for the sit to stand. It's 1 minute on, 18 seconds off for the first 10, and then we have a 2-minute recovery period in between. All cool with that, mate?
All good, mate. Ready when you are.
Beautiful, beautiful. So, 1 minute on my clock. All right, and I'll keep telling you when we're changing. Our first exercise is ladder climb. Then we got chest press, seated row, sit to stand, then jacks. All right, so that's our first 5. Okay, let's go. First minute then. Ladder climbs. 3, 2, 1. Up it comes. We reach up with the one arm, opposite leg. All right. And as you can see, this one really kind of gets your breathlessness working very high. So just be aware of how stressed you are getting. All right. And like
you feel it on the core as well, Craig, especially when you're sat down.
Oh, absolutely, mate. Absolutely. We're about to find it works in your core, mate.
Lower back and, well, all of the stomach, I can feel it on, if I'm honest, mate.
And especially in that chair where you're kind of holding that position right at the front of the chair.
I know, I'm used to slouching, so that's probably why I can feel it.
Yeah, that's too much watching telly, mate. That's too much watching telly.
I know.
5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. 18 seconds left. We've got chest press. Again, you can either use the band or you can use your tins, which you're pushing away. Just make sure you can look at contracting, obviously, those chest muscles. Or, like Scotty Morris does, he uses the chair, which you can lean against. So 2, 1. So we're going to push out and bring it back in. Fantastic. So again, Phil's holding that position up nice and tall in the chair. And again, I suppose that's working your core straight away, isn't it, Phil? Just sat.
Yeah, I think I mentioned it in the warm up. You'd be quite surprised because you've sat, 3/4 along the chair. You're not leaning against the back, so you are working your stomach muscles and your lower back muscles all the time. So it's good for the posture. And like I said, if it just starts to ache a little bit, just stop, have a little rest, lean back onto the back of the chair. And then when you feel ready again, just shuffle forward slightly, feet flat on the floor, and then just carry on with the exercise.
I think that's the main thing, isn't it? Is when you're sat at the front of the chair, you don't realise that there's nothing in between your rib cage and your hips, apart from muscle and organs to keep yourself upright, I suppose. 2, 1. Okay, resting down. We got our seated rows. We're going to bring the chair in for myself. All right, so we have a side-on view. So Phil, you're going to use your dumbbells.
I use the dumbbell with this one, Craig. Only the one mine I can use. Seated row you're doing. I do apologize.
It's all right. When you're ready, okay, you're going to draw those elbows back in, close the shoulders. All right. So again, Phil's using 1. You can use 2 if you want to make sure those hands come down the sides. And the main focus is driving those elbows back, closing the shoulders together. Like if you've just had like a bit of ice put down the back of your t-shirt and your shoulders are just reacting to the coldness of that ice. I tell you what, that's since I've been doing this, I find my strength in my back has improved. Twice a week of doing this.
Well, you suffer with your back, don't you?
Yeah, I think it's just imbalance, mate. Postural imbalance down through the hips. And that's the thing. I think flexibility and strengthening is one of the key things to kind of manage it more than anything. 5 seconds.
Thank God for that, because this is bringing it into my shoulders as well.
And 18 seconds down. Okay. So our next one now is our sit to stands. Again, we're going to be repeating this circuit. So again, for both of us really, you'll get used to kind of being repetitive with the exercises. So I'll be doing sit to stand, and Phil will be doing an alternative. So sit to stand for me. Okay, it's nice and sit stand.
Kick out in the chair. If you're in the chair, just bringing the kicking the leg out straight like so. While you get to the top, just tense the muscle a little bit so you can feel it working. Nice and controlled. Slightly easier than doing the sit to stand like Craig is.
Absolutely, and like you said there, mate, I think the contraction of coming and standing up, and of extending the leg through. Same really with the sit to stand. When you stand up, squeeze your bum cheeks and push your hips through. All right. So again, you're just getting that extra little bit more out of that movement, whether you're seated and you're contracting your quads, the front of the thighs, or you're doing a sit to stand and you're squeezing your bum cheeks, standing up and pushing your hips forward. I think that's the one that's really kind of improved for me. 18 seconds recovery. Rest time. I'm going to drag that chair away. All right. So we've got double side step and a front raise. So we're going to bring those tins of beans into play. My beautiful 4-season black beans. What have you got, Phil? He's got the weight. Who's got the weights? And we've got a minute. Let's go.
I'm feet to the side like so, and then you could just, with the weight, because it's only a 3 kilogram, but for me it's quite heavy. So I'm using both hands at the same time.
Don't knock the 3 kilograms, mate. Don't knock the 3 kilograms. They still tax those arms.
It's killing me.
So again,
starting to perspire. It's not good.
What's that?
I said I'm starting to perspire. I'm going to need another drink, another shower.
That's amazing. You don't realise it slowly kind of eats into your kind of just your body. It just you get hotter and hotter as the session goes on. You're 10 seconds left, mate. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Awesome. 18 seconds left. Okay, so we're going to go into our jacks, which is our second cardiovascular exercise. All right, remember with the jacks, we tap the toe out and lift our arms above the head. All right, and Phil again will be doing an alternative in the chair. 2, 1. Off we go. We're tapping men. Fab. Awesome.
So is it strange doing it with not on your own, Craig, and then with someone in the corner?
It's nice actually, mate. It is strange, but it's nice because usually, like again, you're so used to talking straight at a computer to nobody, I suppose. So now I've actually got a bit of conversation with yourself in real time. Sometimes if you were talking into the laptop, you'll notice that there'll be a delay of like, say, someone's messaged me, and I'll pick it about 20 seconds later, which is it's quite hard because you can't maintain that conversation.
No, it is hard with the interaction. I've noticed when I've been commenting, and then Scott will have a look a bit later, and he's trying to. It doesn't make any sense, type thing.
I know. 18 seconds. We've got our upright rows now. So again, find the weight that you want to use. Elbows high, hands low. I'm going to use this bag. Again, I think, Phil, you got some weights I can use.
I'll use the weight, yeah.
Yeah, off you go when you're ready. So elbows high, hands low. Again, through the last couple of weeks, Phil, we've been kind of like, I've been focusing a lot more on the back exercises, mainly just to try and bring more stability to the people's posture. And that's why I think I've been bringing in a lot more seated rowing, reverse flies, upright rows, reverse angels, anything which gets the contraction of those muscles. You do get a burn though. Oh, those shoulders. Oh, those cheeky shoulders.
I was just about to say, I'm feeling it in the shoulders, I tell you.
I know. Again, that's why I say to people, I said, like, it might be gentle exercise, but if you actually do it with a bit of, if you put a bit more intensity into it, you'll get to a point that, the intensity will slow you down because you can only do so much.
Oh, a minute. It's, a certain weight in your hand. Yeah, you can feel it.
Absolutely, mate. Okay, coming on to reverse flies. So we've got the reverse flies coming up. Remember, if you haven't got a band, use your tins or your weights, and you're like opening the curtains. If you've got your band, scrunch it in your palm of your hand and thumbs up. 3, 2, 1, off we go. So remember, do a couple, and then if you need a rest, have a rest. Sometimes a minute can be a long time when you're doing repetitions.
Telling me. I'm only used to using my legs, Craig. You know, all I do is run.
Hey, mate. Sometimes you've got to get a bit of strength all over, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. Helps.
It's only so much house cleaning you can do to get strength. Oh, God, my arms. You're starting to tire pretty quickly.
I know, I'm on fire.
And that's the thing, when it's all around the shoulder area, you do find that the lactate does fill up quite quickly around those areas. So if me and Phil are finding it, imagine how other people are finding it. So 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, give those arms a rest. Oh,
yeah,
have a sit to stands. Oh, I'm already sweating, Conkers. 10 seconds left. Sit to stands. And then the last one is a double side step with a side raise. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So yeah, we were saying that it's actually quite nice. It's quite nice to have someone again joining me online, so people can see that the alternatives that they can perform, which is really, really good. How are you finding it in the chair?
It's surprising. It's hard, mate. I've already complained that my shoulders are hurting, and yeah, it is quite. Sitting upright for all this time is, well, for me anyway, is quite difficult. I'm obviously far too lazy, and I'm slouching far too much when I'm about the house. So it's surprising. You do feel it on your stomach, on your back, just trying to stay upright.
You forget that. You forget how much kind of core strength is being worked when you're sat at the end of the chair. 3.
In fact, I probably find it harder than actually if I was moving around a bit more, like yourself.
Okay, last one, ladies and gents. You've got a double side step with a side raise. So again, you can use the tins of beans if you wish to do so. And the side raise is going out. You can bend the elbows if you want to make it lighter. 3, 2, 1. So it's a side raise if you want to do a double, or as Phil's doing a single. So make sure those hands don't come any higher than the shoulders if you can. All right, because it's just going to bring unnecessary kind of strain on that shoulder as you go through. How have you been enjoying the podcast, Phil?
You know how I feel about the podcast?
It's just good fun, isn't it? Just good fun. Let people, chatting about how it's been, affecting yourself and then relate to others. I think it's really.
You just got to try and forget the cameras on and just have a chat like you normally would. That's the hard thing. Just forgetting that it's actually recorded.
I know, but then you've got to censor it because obviously of Scotty Morris, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, grab yourself some water. 10 exercises done.
Woo!
Phil, I know you can't reach me, but I'm going to give you a touch. Boom. All right.
Boom, Craig, boom. I expect Andrew will be going boom now.
I know, they will be. So we've got 2 minutes on the clock, mate. We're going to repeat this again. Grab some water. A little bit of feedback in from yourself, Phil, so far in the sitting position. Any kind of tips that you can recommend or suggestions for people to manage the exercises in the chair?
To be honest, Craig, like we've kept saying through the video so far, for me personally, it is just staying upright, and it does start to ache a little bit. So yeah, take a rest. Even though you sat down, it is quite hard on the stomach. So if you just need to shuffle back slightly, have a little rest, and then join back in when you feel comfortable, that's fine. And then just be careful as well. Just walk yourself out nice and gently. Don't sit too close to the edge because we don't want anybody falling and hurting themselves. And yeah, that's the main thing really. And then everything else is pretty much you can do as everybody else is doing. So it's good, mate. It's surprising. Like I said, I'm perspiring a little here. So it's surprising how much
well, mate. You're doing well. You hold it in there.
Thanks for that.
We've got 1 minute left. So what about obviously with regards to people in a seat position, what about obviously managing their exercises? What would you suggest? You said about obviously sitting back in the chair if you're going 80 and back. What about obviously like how to manage the intensity?
Well, yeah. Again, you choose what weight suits you. So it's like, again, for me, it's a lot of shoulder work. So I don't need anything particularly too heavy. But if you want to increase it, like sometimes we might be just doing an upright row. But if you want to increase the intensity a little bit, bring the legs in a little bit as well. Either forward, like with a heel dig, or to the side. You can do the legs quite quick, gets the heart rate going, and then just doing the upright row as well for the upper body. So it's surprising, even though you sat down, you can get a whole body workout. It's good. It's good.
Like you said, then just add in just another kind of another area of your body, just accelerates your breathing and intensity again, doesn't it?
Yeah, without a doubt.
15 seconds, mate. 15 seconds for everybody now. We've got a ladder climb to start back again. Ladder climbs and chest press and seated row are the first 3. We've got 5 seconds to go. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Back into our rounds. Ladder climbs. Again, remember this is quite a stressful one, so if you do need to take your foot off the gas, bring your arms down and just focus on your legs. I was going to say as well, Phil, another good one, really, a good point for yourself with a seated position like that, is if people are seated, instead of leaning down to pick up some of the weights and kit, they might want to put on a chair which is right next to them, so they're not kind of putting any pressure on the spine on the lean down.
Yeah, it's a very good point, Craig. Fair play. I didn't think of that, but if someone's mobility isn't quite as good, yeah, a little stool or something next to them, so they don't always have to keep on leaning over. That's a great shout, actually, mate. Fair play.
Oh man, you guess I don't know what it is, but once you like slip your disc, you're so hypersensitive about everything and about your posture, and you gotta trust me.
Yeah, like you said, you've learned a lot doing the classes over the last couple of weeks, haven't you? So over a couple of weeks and a bit more, a couple of months.
Okay, changing it, going to our chest press. So again, you can use the tins or the bands. Yeah, mate, yeah. So we've got 10 seconds, chest press. There's always a quick changeover. Off we go. There's always a quick changeover when we're chatting, and I see the time ticking down. And trying to get in there just before. But you're right, mate. Yeah, well, I've learned so much over the last couple of weeks with the online stuff. I think we've all learned really, even in delivering this for the last kind of 8 to 12 years. I think we've realised the benefit of the smaller, lighter exercises and how they build a better platform for you to kind of progress from, isn't it?
It gives you a bit of an idea as well, because like when we're doing the classes in the Leisure Centre live, we do a warm-up with our clients, but then we don't do the rest of it with the clients. So it's actually gives you a little idea of it. It's quite tough, actually. You know what I mean? So it gives you a bit of an idea of how the client is feeling, actually.
Yeah, I'm already feeling bad by some of the people that I really push.
Yeah, feel a bit guilty.
Sorry, Errol. Sorry. 3, 2, 1. Okay, 18 seconds coming down to the seated row, or you're using your tins. Yeah, you like I said, especially when you're doing 10 exercises. I think I got to the one stage we was doing 14 exercises on a round, which was really good. The fatigue builds up. 3, 2, 1, seated rows. The fatigue builds up, and like you said, because we only experience the warm up, we don't experience the full circuit, and it is surprising how challenging it can be.
Yeah, very much so.
What's the weather like up in the Winches?
Say again, sorry?
What's the weather like up in the Winches?
The Winches. Lakeside, thank you.
Oh, Lakeside. Sounds like a holiday camp.
It's not too bad. I can see a little bit of blue sky.
Oh, I'll be out on the bike later on then.
Yeah, I think the weather's all right, boss. So make the most of it.
20 seconds remaining.
I'll do it sideways a minute, just so you can see.
Yeah, it's good posture, mate. Nice and tall.
Yeah. I'm aware I'm on camera.
It's a really good tool, mate. It's a really good tool to see that posture, especially on the side. 2, 1, 18 seconds. You're gonna sit the stands. For myself, when me and Scott were delivering, and just looking back, when you look at the videos, I think, oh God, yeah, is my posture like that while I'm doing It allows you to be reflective on what the moves you do. 2, 1, sit the stands for myself, and Phil's going to make an alternative of leg extensions. Again, with
I'm going to look through this video, Craig.
What's that?
I'm not going to look back through this video.
That's fine, mate. That's fine. With Phil's
you can tell me what it looks like.
With Phil's leg extensions, if you want to make it harder, like Phil said, hold the contraction for about 2 to 3 seconds longer, but make sure you squeeze the tops of those quads, like if you're kicking a football away. Just full on locking out the leg, bringing it up. 25 seconds remaining. God, you don't, like I said, these sit the stands. God, they take it out of you. Woo.
No wonder Scott's super fit at the moment. Gentle exercise class. He's going out running. He's doing his zoo, as we all know about.
He is a fit young lad. I don't know whether he is fit or Sally's trying to keep him occupied. 18 seconds. Okay, we've got a double side step with a front raise. So yeah, he's a very fit lad. Okay, so double side step with a front raise. Again, use your tins if you want to use your tins to increase that difficulty. So 2, 1. So I got a double side step here. Phil's got a single. There we are. Again, just be careful you don't swing the arms. And I know I'm probably kind of a culprit for that, Phil. I don't know about yourself, but
yeah, I was doing it then. When you said it, it's kind of like, yeah, just slow it down a little bit, just control it a little bit more.
No, absolutely.
Less is better sometimes.
It is absolutely quality rather than quantity. Here, nice and steady.
Were you off on the bike later?
Either up to Tredegar and back, probably, or I might just do a quick ride in the garage before Marie comes home. Geocaching is on the card tonight. Geocaching. Bit of a walk, geocaching. So
you and the missus?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. It's something that we do. We enjoy it, mate. It's really good fun. And again, it gets us both doing something together that we can enjoy. Okay, we've got Jax, mate. Jax. And if anybody else is obviously interested in geocaching, please check it out online. It's really good fun. Okay, off we go, Jax. Honestly, mate, it's great. Yourself, you think Patricia, Olivia, and you would all have as much fun together doing it. It just ends up taking you to places on your.
If it involves walking, Olivia's not going to come.
I know, but it's more like a treasure hunt. That's what it's all about, mate. It's really, really fun. I think with the
you get a teenager to go out.
What's that?
I said you try and get a teenager to go out for a walk.
It's got to be optimum conditions so it doesn't disturb her hair, isn't it?
My shoulders are on fire. Ow!
10 seconds. We'll have a rest, mate. Have a rest. There's no egos in this session.
You know what I'm like?
There we are. I have a little rest of my shoulders. My little shoulders.
Okay, I don't feel so bad now.
And the same for everybody else. If you find it obviously fair, don't keep pushing through. Just find your limit and then obviously rest. Okay, 18 seconds. I'm going to have a little bit of water because I am thirsty. We've got our upright rows, which are our next one. And that's the
squash,
thing. A bit of squash or tell obviously your poshies.
Oh, yeah.
3, 2, 1 with the upright rows. Again, elbows to the sky, hands to your chin. There we are.
Is that all your money in that bag, Craig?
No, this is just kind of books and stuff. I'm just trying to pile in it. I got 0 monies, mate.
Yeah, whatever.
You should know that, mate. You should know that. As soon as you have a girlfriend.
He's listening. Don't say a word, Craig. You'll get me in trouble.
I can see you spying through the door.
I know. Hello, hun.
I never wanted you more.
You'll be recorded and go out live.
20 seconds left. There we are. That's what happens on live TV. 10 seconds. Whew. Oh, my arms are starting to tingle.
Tell me about it.
4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. I remember the first week, I think it was. We got reverse flies down, mate. I think it was the first weeks. I was doing the first session, and I think I had someone delivering something, a parcel, so I had to like stop half the session and speak out the window.
That's all part of the kind of.
It is, mate. It is all part of the fun. So reverse flies, either if you're using tins or using the band. Remember those thumbs are obviously are fixing up. Or if you're like Phil, make sure you contract those shoulders and hold it for about 2 to 3 seconds. When you hold back, so hold it, squeeze, and then back in the middle. All right. So get that extra bit of contraction and recruitment of muscle fibers in that movement. 30 seconds remaining. Sometimes I find though, when you're doing this, you have an appreciation of when the people were doing the gentle exercise classes and we were putting on a minute. A minute is a long time.
I totally agree. I'm not going to tell them off for talking now.
Hey, don't say that, mate. I'll have to edit that out.
And what I'm really bad at in class, I'll be talking to them and then I forget. And they've probably been doing it for 2 minutes rather than 1 minute. No one I guess.
That changed. Oh, mate, no wonder. Sit to stand, 2 minutes. Imagine it was 2 minutes of like reverse flies. That's brutal. So we've got last 2 exercises now. Sit to stands coming up now, and then double side steps with a side raise. 2, 1, off we go. Yeah, I was thinking about. I think when the ladies from the class up in the Winchers said to me, she said, "Oh yeah, Philip. Sometimes you have to have a go at him because he's always talking." And we're burning up because obviously like we've done 2 minutes on an activity.
They can talk as well, mate.
Oh yeah, they can, mate, they can. Well,
that's all part of the fun. That's what we miss the most.
The banter, mate, the banter.
Exactly.
Well, again, just a shout out. What? Dog coming in. Just a shout out. Hope everybody's well and everybody's still with us. And keep it up. There we are. The people behind the production in Phil's house. 10 seconds left. 10 seconds left.
You can tell she's come home from work.
2, 1. Okay, I thought it was St. John Ambulance when she walked through there, mate.
St. John Ambulance.
Okay, last one, ladies and gents. Last one. Double side step with a side raise. Oh, mate, this is coming quick and fast. Whew, the end. 3, 2, 1. Again, you can do straight arms if you wish to do it as a single, or you can bend the elbows and you can do a double. It's entirely up to yourself. All right. 1 minute again. Just be aware of those shoulders. Just listen in. Nice stepping through. Like so. Fantastic. Again, you don't realize even just this movement, we may be focusing on our shoulders, but our hips have to work as well to move the body. It's not easy, and again, you ask for more oxygen for those muscles, and it's tiring. It is tiring.
Yeah, and get warmer and warmer.
Just reminds me, Phil, I don't know about you guys, but when we first did that Tai Chi session course, and I remember coming after the first day, oh, my body was in pieces from just standing still for such a long period of time.
Yeah, I was the same, and quite, concentrating and listening and all of that. Yeah, I was quite tired by the end.
1. Woo! Okay, get yourself a touch. Boom, boosh. Well done, everybody. Grab yourself some water, and we'll have a little cool down, have a little chat and reflect from that. But yeah, Phil, I know. I was exactly the same, mate, as you. I was the amount of stuff that you had to learn for that was epic. And my mind was fried for days. Okay, let's bring it down into our chairs then, ladies and gents. Have a little drink of water. Again, it's something a little bit different that we've done today with obviously Phil bringing in obviously the chair kind of side of it and myself in the standing. So you have a little bit more versatility in terms of when you're performing the activities. Whew. So let's have a little cool down. Because I need it. I don't know about you, Phil, but I need it.
I'm sweating, mate. I'm going to have another shower. Something wrong with me.
Perspiring, buddy. Perspiring. All right, so we have a little march to the spot then. Little march to the spot. Just bring your hands down the side. Just swing them lightly. Just feel that light breeze just cooling down around the wrists and the forearms. Just allow that body to calm. whew, you don't realize how warm you get just from doing those repetitive exercises for a 45-minute block. It's, you're putting some effort in. It is effort.
The sun's coming through the window as well. I am. It is warm, boss. I'm not going to lie to you. It is warm.
Gonna have some bicep curls, mate. Gonna bring a bit of flex into the elbow. Yeah, I'm exactly the same, mate. This is the only place I can really deliver with the video is the video quality is good. And I'm right in front of my window, and it's always the same here where the sun is piping through the window. And again, I'm fearful for opening the windows just in case there's like the loud noise from the outside, really.
Yeah, we got a bit of noise out the side here now. They're shoveling gravel or something into a wheelbarrow, and so it's a good job I haven't got the window open, but I can only just about hear you. That's well, it was fine. It's all good. It's a learning curve.
Good. I'm going to turn this chair on the side now. I'm going to bring the stretcher into the calves now. So I'm going to bring my left leg forward, both hands on my bent knee. Again, pull the toe up. You might not be able to see my foot, but it is there. Pulling the toe up towards the shin, and I'm going to tilt my body forward. Again, just a little bit of a pointer. If you find that the leg that you're stretching, the back of the leg is being cut into the chair, bring more your weight onto your opposite thigh or opposite your buttock. All right, just allow a bit of blood flow to go down. The amount of times I've done this and I've got pins and needles down to the foot from it is going to change that leg up, pull that toe towards you. Again, Phil, I'm sure you'll kind of reiterate this, the importance of stretching at the end of a workout and a cool down.
Yeah, most definitely. It's something I neglect sometimes with my own training, just rushing around and not. But yeah, hugely. I notice I don't get half the injuries when I'm stretching a lot. That's for sure. It's very important. Just to bring that heart rate down and relax too.
Absolutely, and for yourself, it doesn't matter if you're at elite level or you're just exercising for the fun or just for health and health. Like I think you hit the nail on the head. I'm just going to relax my ankle now. I'm going to stretch my hamstring. We hit the nail on the head. I think it reduces injury long term. So everybody can benefit from a cool down after a session or a stretch, etc.
And as you know as well, Craig, it helps with the mobility for just up and down the stairs in the house, up and down out of chairs in the house. So yeah, brilliant.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Going to change that leg on the right leg. No, absolutely. And again, that flexibility, if you think about it, if you've got better mobility and flexibility, you've got more independence. You can move better, and that could be an extra couple of 10 years on top of your independence, isn't it? Just from being flexible. Okay, just a little march to the spot. I'm going to drag that chair around. Fantastic. Little march to the spot. Okay, just going to march those arms, getting that breeze down past the arms, just feeling nice and cool. Okay, going to bring that cool down up to the upper body now. So I'm going to bring your hands on your thighs. I'm going to roll my shoulders up to the ears and around. Just starting with small circles to begin with, and then I'm just going to gradually increase those circles. Fantastic, good stuff. Going to bring those elbows involved as well. So we're going to draw the circles with the elbows. Again, if you've got any shoulder mobility problems, just be careful using the elbows because it does increase the range of movement that you do the circles. All right, okay, going to bring that right hand over. You're going to keep the elbows to the sky and apply a little bit of lift with or support with the opposite arm. And
she's nosy.
She is very nosy, isn't she? She's like the security guard in the house.
I know. I don't know what she thinks going on in here.
Romans.
She's obviously missing me, Craig. That's what it is.
And bring that right arm across your body. Find your elbow, and then 2 inches above the elbow on the top tissue, pull that arm in.
Terrible. She don't want to speak to me half the time.
Changing arm, left arm over. She's probably just curious to how it works and what you're doing.
Just nosy, boss. Nosy, yeah.
And relax. Going to bring those both hands to the base of the chair. Going to push the chest forward, close the shoulders together. And relax. Going to bring your both palms across. Let the chin down the chest. Push them away. And just the last one. Bring your hands on the side. Just to finish off. Just to allow yourself to gradually bring that heart rate back to a normal, slow rhythm. Just relax through with return to center. Just bringing that breathing. Follow those hands inwards. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you to Phil as well. Phil, do you enjoy that?
Fantastic, Craig. Thank you very much. Very much enjoyed. I hope everybody else enjoyed. Hope you enjoyed the class. Hopefully we'll see you all soon as well with a bit of luck. But we'll keep you posted on that. But,
absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, thank you very much, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. Let us know in the comments below, whether it's on my left, on my right, etc. If you enjoyed that, and let us know how you felt of seeing Phil back in the frame. And hopefully we will see you both, or see both of us. See you next time. Thank you very much, everybody. Take care.
Cheers, guys. Thank you very much. Cheers, Craig. See you soon.